Welcome to another episode of Pakistan on a Plate. My name is Nilufar Afridi Qazi.
Cheese! Pakistan on a Plate has been an adventure. Sweet and savory, a lot to relish and digest. As we come to a close of the series, let's savor. Exploring the many cheeses we have come across in the many parts of Pakistan, here are some. All are local and ancient heritage cheeses. Pandir is from Upper Chitral.
This is Pandir, the famous Chitrali cheese.
Paneer comes from across the urban centers and rural Pakistani villages and towns from all over the country. Ceylonsh was quite the discovery for me in the coastal areas of Balochistan. Krut is probably the oldest form of preserving dairy, dried goat's milk. But it also could be camel's milk, yak, and buffalo milk. What we do know is that krut is common in the Pashtun belt of Balochistan, and we have shared here across many Pakistan on a Plate recipes, incredible recipes using krut. Have we done anything since these lovely cheeses were developed? What else are we producing locally now? For that, we will go speak to an amazing cheese maker. I met Thaira a couple of years ago looking for local cheese, a broader variety in Pakistan. The Artisan Cheese Factory is based in Lahore. This is what Thaira had to say when we had an amazing conversation about cheese.
Thank you so much for joining us, Thaira. I was curious about the Artisan Cheese Factory. I mean, cheese is something that although we produce a lot of milk in Pakistan, but our palate, our recipes, our cuisine doesn't seem to include cheese. So how did you come about and decide to make cheese in Pakistan?
Well, our palate, we have developed a cheese palate. I would say we have a cheese tooth now, Pakistani people. So we are not having so much cheese as a table cheese in our homes or culture, but our food industry is using a lot of cheese, and they are, making a lot of different dishes with the cheese, introducing new things. For instance, look at the pizza market. Every street, at every corner, you have a pizza spot, whether what kind of cheese it's using, but now people eat cheese. Even at the lower level, you see the shawarma people are using cheese. So now from bottom to top, everybody loves cheese now.
So have we developed a European, American, Western palate, or are we integrating cheese into our khana?
No, we are doing the both things.
Okay.
We are developing the palate as well, and we are if you look at the pizza, so you will find a true Italian pizza in Lahore.
Oh.
And you will also find a desi barbecue pizza. So they both have cheese. So they have integrated according to our taste. The dishes they produce out of it.
And what is most popular?
Over here, most popular is mozzarella and cheddar.
Okay.
Right? But for instance, I made these bocconcinis over here. It's truly Italian cheese. It's not available in Pakistan. So since I started making it, I introduced to the market, the people, and this Italian delicacy, burrata.
Okay.
So now people know it's available here.
Okay.
So they have added it in their menus.
Okay.
Few restaurants have it in their menus. So since something is available to them which is purely natural, they are using it.
Okay, so can you tell us a little bit about what is the nutritional value of cheese?
This is pure and natural.
Is it organic?
Well, organic I won't say, because organic is a very large, it's natural. Basically, cheese has two terms, it's organic or natural. Organic goes back even if your animal is fed in an organic way. So over here, it's natural cheese.
Okay, can you describe each one of your products?
I am very proud to make all types of cheeses. This is orange colored cheddar.
Is the color natural?
Yes, it's natural. It's organic color used in it. Since that's my motto, not to use any inorganic or any preservatives or any sort of synthetic thing in it. This is cheddar, white English cheddar.
So is this sharp or is it mild?
Well, that's what I have realized dealing with the customers and people's liking and feedbacks, that although Pakistani people love cheese, but they like to have slightly milder taste, less pungent or smelly things.
That's interesting given that we love spice.
Yes, we love spice, but we do not like the smells of the cheese. And the very strong, although there are people who love sharper cheeses, but that's why I'm keeping the flavor according to the people's requirement, what they like over here. So we like chaska and we like the flavor. So I've made this Boson style herb and garlic cheese, cream cheese, which people love.
And what herbs do you have in the burst? What do you call it?
I call it simply cream cheese, Boson style cream cheese, so that it's easier for people to, relate it to. It's that type of the cheese. It's basically cream cheese, double cream cheese. So I use any seasonal available herbs, either it's coriander, either it's chives or parsley. Well, this is cottage cheese. Over here in Pakistan, we are just familiar with the cottage, that is, simply you separate the milk and whey in our domestic culture. So I have made it in a slightly different manner. So you can flavor this cheese as well with the chili or anything you feel like. This is very popular among the kids and family.
So this is the closest thing to paneer?
Yeah, yes. One of the cheeses, this is ricotta. This is also close to paneer, but this is traditionally made in an Italian way. The out of the way. It comes out and it's high in proteins. It's very high in proteins and low in fat.
So what's the difference between ricotta and cottage cheese?
Basically, cottage is the whole milk, and this is the cheese we get out of the. You get the cottage cheese, and the rest of the water remaining,
the
whey, you reproduce this. You get this cheese out of it.
Okay.
So that's the whole milk, and that's basically high in proteins. You get a lot of leftover proteins in the whey, and you get the ricotta. And then I have this feta cheese. This is soft and creamier version of feta, which you can put into your salad. It's tangy and salty.
So feta is what we associate with the Arab world, right?
Arab world and Egyptians, Greeks. There are hundreds and thousands of types of cheeses in the world, so every cheese has a history behind it.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Is there any old cheese? Is there any story of how cheese came into being?
Basically, it was invented, but I don't know how many thousand years back, when somebody was, some farmer was carrying the milk in the, in the stomach of the cow.
Yes.
So they didn't know what cheese is. The milk, he used it as a bag, and then when he opened it up, and there was curdled milk and cheese. So that's how the world came to know that there is something called, or maybe they called it cheese. And you can make something out of and you can preserve milk that way. Basically, we over here in Pakistan, we have different ways of preserving our food.
Yes.
The meat, even legumes and meat, and achars, that kind of thing. So that's the milk preservation.
So we're going to go now and learn how to make mozzarella. Explain to me what you're doing.
These are the mozzarella curds.
Okay.
So I'm going to melt them in around 80-degree water.
Oh wow.
So it's going to.
And the mozzarella curds, how were they? Were they made over how many days?
1 day.
1 day.
It takes around 6 to 8 hours to make the mozzarella curds.
Okay.
So you'll see that it has started melting down. When it reaches this right temperature, it starts melting, and then we shape it up. And we don't want to lose much of the milkiness out of it while we are stretching.
Okay. And mozzarella?
See?
Wow. This is the famous stretch, huh?
Yeah. Look at this. This is the stringiness you get in your
Pizzas and your
food.
I wonder who invented this? Right? Like the first time it was
Italians.
Italians.
Look at this.
How do the Pakistanis respond to this?
Oh, they love it.
They love it?
They love it. Because, the bocconcini or fresh sort of mozzarella was never available in us. In fact, I'm proud to introduce it to the Pakistani,
Yes.
people. That's something they used to get it from abroad or Italy only.
Yes.
Now they can have it here. So,
And so we use this cheese in what?
every bocconcini you can use in even salads.
Wow.
Every type of cooking.
And why is it important for it to be stretchy?
Because this is how it is.
Okay. That's the style.
Mozzarella is pasta filata, a plastic cheese which has the strings, like plastic.
I see.
So it's the quality of mozzarella to be stringy. So now I'm going to, just shape it.
Wow. And this is traditionally how? Always in rounds, huh?
Yeah, well, you can make a braid out of it, you can make a knot out of it. It's up to your, creativity and use. You
Yes.
can make small bocconcinis of this size, I can, even tie a knot.
Wow.
It could be, of any shape. I'm not an expert yet in it, but you can make a braid out of it.
And they make designs just for fun.
Yeah.
Enjoying
It's
food, right?
actually fun part of making
Yes,
mozzarella.
yes.
So this is how you make burrata out of it, It's basically the mozzarella pouch, and we fill it with the mozzarella curds and fresh cream, and then we make a pouch.
So burrata and mozzarella are related?
Yeah, burrata is actually a delicacy for Italians.
Yes, but the texture of burrata is a bit different to mozzarella.
Yeah, because it's filled with the cream and curds.
Okay, so you add more cream.
And curds to fill the inside of a mozzarella pouch
Oh,
with the curds and cream.
how interesting. So how many cheeses are related to each other? Today I find out that mozzarella and burrata are related.
See,
And
even in Italy they call it fresh mozzarella. This smaller version they call bocconcini. So they have different names.
And they use-
the made with the cow mozzarella made with the cow milk has a different name.
I always thought that burrata was made from buffalo milk.
Traditionally, and Italians all over the world do make it with the buffalo.
And we have lots of buffalo milk.
Yes, and we do make with the buffalo milk.
Okay. And in Pakistan, are we able to distinguish cheese which is made from cow and buffalo milk?
Yes.
You have
usually-
clients who are able to
Yeah.
make the distinction?
Yes, yes. Buffalo milk has a totally different profile, totally different taste and color.
What would you say is it stronger? Is it more aromatic?
More aromatic and tasteful.
Krut in Balochistan is a cheese, and then you also have cheese in Chitral as well, and in the northern areas, and also in Hunza they use also a cheese, and pandir in Chitral.
Yeah.
Have you heard of that cheese?
Yes, in fact, I've heard and I've tried them.
And-
they are localized, very tasty cheeses according to our, cheese is basically the preservation of milk.
Yes.
So every region has its own way of preserving it. So the Italian Europeans have this kind of,
So do you think, given that we do have a culture of cheese in Pakistan,
yes, we have developed.
so then taking our own, whether it's pandir or krut, can we now move into evolution too and develop kind of
I am
fusion?
thinking- yes, I am thinking and trying to do and infuse our local herbs, local fruits into the cheeses and bring out the flavors according to our palate and even introduce the world with a new flavor.
Yes, yes.
And paneer was never a cheese, considered a cheese, but India has made it into a form of cheese. Now
Yes.
paneer is known as a cheese. So I wish to do the same for.
So what would
from
paneer
Pakistan.
be if it's not considered a cheese? What is it?
I mean, it is a type of cheese, but cottage cheese was not recognized as a paneer.
Oh,
You know,
oh, I see.
They have a different form. Europeans, Americans have a different form of cottage cheese. But India has made it into, even at small scale, they have made it a part of their cuisine.
Yes.
Like they use it in salan, palak paneer,
That's
paneer
correct.
pakode, sort of basic cuisine. So everybody uses the paneer. Now even Goras are making the, paneer pakoda sort
Yes.
of thing. So I wish to do the, infuse our local fruits, local herbs into the cheese and, introduce with people with our taste.
And also perhaps you could maybe experiment and look at how pandir and krut can be
Used, yes?
Yes.
Or can be
enhanced and
Enhanced, yes.
evolve
Yes.
into a wider
Yes.
array of palettes.
So the world comes to know our type
Yes,
of cheese.
yes, absolutely.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Saira.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much. Take care.
I hope you enjoyed this episode with Taira Saeed, learning a little bit about cheese making in Pakistan and how there is a market for alternative European style cheese a la Pakistan. Until next time, Khuda Hafiz.